Well guys, I said this some time ago recently, but now it's time to begin. It's time for me to do a brand new Pokemon series. One that's been long overdue, as this is me playing Pokémon Moon. One of the games I still have yet to beat as myself. As I finally finished my playthrough with Samantha after like 6 years, finally got that out of the way so I could finally do this. As I can't wait to finally beat the game for the first time as myself after doing 2 role plays. Now, this game does have a little bit of differences from normal Moon. I updated all the movesets and stats to Gen 8, because that's what the randomizer goes up to. Made the game speed up in terms of the text, better catch rate and all that, but that's pretty much it. No random stats for no random move stats or anything. Everything is exactly like life for Sun and Moon. So I want to do an authentic experience in every other way. So yeah, it's nice to finally get to this game. And of course, back in my day, they never had my option by default. I don't see no white man with brunette hair, of course. So I gotta fix that eventually when that time comes around. And unfortunately, I don't have a toggle speed up yet working for Citra, because I like to normally speed up, but I didn't want to have it like sped up the entire way. So I'm just gonna keep it at normal speed for this playthrough until I know how I can have it set the toggle on and off on the controller, because I tried to work on it earlier and it didn't work. Nothing I can do to make it work. Hell, even tried to make it work for keyboard, it didn't work either. So that's very annoying. So yeah, it's nice to finally do a playthrough on Sun and Moon. Never did it before. How nostalgic it was when these games came out in 2016. Remember, I did my playthrough of Ultra Moon when it came out in 2017. Nice to finally get this out of the way. I've never beaten this game before, like I said. I've beaten it twice as a roleplay. Remember, as Ayaka back in 2017. And then, of course, just recently as Samantha. So, can't wait to finally do this as myself. And man, it is so nostalgic just thinking about playing this again back in 2016. And this game, just like, Black and White has the best story. Apparently this is very controversial, but I think Sun and Moon has the second best story in the series. Lily and Lucamine's plot is so awesome. Yep. Classic intro. So nostalgic. There we go. I forgot, you can't speed up the stuff, it does it automatically. God, I wish right now I can do speed up, but can't do that right now, unfortunately, without speed up automatically for the entire game, which I'm not going to do. It's amazing how this game, now I think of it, I think I've beaten Sun and Moon more times as a roleplay than I have as myself. I've beaten Sun twice. I've never beaten Moon, but I've beaten Moon twice as a roleplay. And I beat Sun 2 other times as a roleplay. So yeah, I've beaten this Sun and Moon more times as a roleplay, 4 to me for 2. Incredible. I don't think there's any other Pokemon main series game that has that. Incredible thinking about. Yep, of course, there's the Wii U, the last year that Nintendo was its main console until the Switch came out the next year. And I think in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, don't take my word as fully true because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon it was still the Wii U even though the Switch was out. Yeah, I remember when this game, my first place game, I didn't know I had to do the analog stick. I thought it was going to be a cutscene that would automatically just move myself up, so I just sat there for like a little bit not doing anything. Like, what's taking so long? Make the text go faster. Yep. Alright, so yeah. Oh yeah, let me save to because I was having a little bit of a corruption issue apparently when I first loaded this game up with Samantha save, because I deleted it not in a good way by the game's emulator's logic. Still think overall Sun and Moon, Ultra and Ultra Moon still are the best looking Pokemon games. Every game since has not looked that good in comparison. Oh, yeah, I gotta go get the stupid hat soon too. That's always annoying about that. Then I gotta eventually take it off. Hello, Professor Kikui. I cannot wait to get my starter, as this is the game with the longest time before you get a starter. I think it takes like 10 minutes before you actually get the starter too. It's unbelievable. But I also love all the storyline to get to Star 2. It's really good, even though I still think it takes a little too long. Now, that was a big criticism with Sun and Moon, that all those cutscenes that you can't skip. That's not an issue really to me, because I'm more into the story aspect too of the games. Alright. I gotta change my eye color too. I don't have gray eyes, they're green. Alright. And that's one thing I might try and focus on too in this series. Use the Alolan variations, because I never really, some reason, liked using them. I mean, I've used Meowth before in Persian. That was pretty good. I've never used the Grimer line. I've used Ratatoline before, but not much. I've never used the Diglett line. I've never used, yeah, I did say Grimer line. I never used the Vulpix and Sandshrew line, I don't think, because they take so long. They're like near the end of the game. At that point, they're not really that viable other than taking on I can't remember the flying types Elite Four member. Kahili was? I know it began with K. Because other than that, the rest of the Elite Four is not really good for an ice type. So yeah. Can't wait. Let's go up here. This is just a regular old playthrough. It's not going to be no Nuzlocke or fake Nuzlocke or anything like that. I just want to sit back, relax, and try and beat Moon for the first time ever as myself after all this time. I gotta get back to my roleplay I've been doing since January 2019 on my physical physical game too. I haven't been playing that much over the last like few years. I think I'm at where I take on Olivia. That's still like not even, I don't think, quite halfway through the game yet. Yep, there's an Alolan Meowth and Yungoos. And there's an item over there too, but can't get that right now. This is just so nostalgic playing this game again. Because I didn't really get to enjoy much when I finished up my roleplay Samantha, because I just rushed that in as quickly as possible. That way I can get that done and then finally do the series. Because I couldn't do the series until I finished off that Samantha roleplay. And since it was so close, I decided I'm going to try and force myself to finish it. Oh yeah, and another thing too I forgot to mention is I also changed the EXP groupings to fluctuate, so the Pokemon are going to require the most experience possible. Over 1.6 million I think it was, to get to level 100. And I noticed when I played Y, because I'm doing an off-screen Y game, which I'm almost close to beating too, so get ready to see a YouTube video on that eventually, that at least in X and Y, it really made me under-leveled. Like where I'm at right now, normally I'd be like level 50. I'm like level, low 40s almost. I'm like 8 levels off, to the point where it's making me really under-leveled. But since I'm doing randomizer, the teams are really strong still, so I'm still destroying everyone pretty much, even though I'm very under-leveled. But I just find it very funny how it's like that. So I'm doing that here as well. I'm quite curious to see how if it'll make me very under-leveled. If it's the case, because I remember when I first played this game back in 2016, I remember being under-leveled for most of the game. And I didn't even really like rush through it either. I just was under-leveled pretty much the entire way. I remember when I first took on Lucamine, I was like in the high 30s. Like, that's like several levels lower than every other, normally you would be at. And that caused me to have a big challenge taking her on both times. And my roleplay as well. So I'm quite curious if I'll get that experience again. Because I'm not going to have the randomizer to help me out either. Because this is going to be a normal game. And yep, how nostalgic this cutscene again. I remember having lunch with having dinner with my parents out near Ocean City while I was going for this cutscene. So nostalgic to get my starter coming up soon. As yep, there is Nebby, Cosmog getting harassed by the Spearow. How classic. I remember when I walked up here, I was like, uh-oh. Will the bridge collapse? I run, so I like carefully, slowly walk forward, just make sure the cutscene didn't break the bridge or anything, because I never knew what was going to happen. Still am quite curious what that move is, because it's not Splash or Teleport, because I think that's the only moves Cosmog would have. As Tapu Koko, I think it was, saved me. It looked like Lily's eyes were a little bugged out right there, like flickering. Yep, we saved Nebby. As you found the item. And thank you for that stone, Lily. Alright. Yeah, I gotta go back to town anyway to get my starter. Yep, lead the way, Lily. Lead the way. Yep, we found Lily, of course, and saved Nebby. And of course, you're scared of Pokemon, as we saw in the anime. Since that went to more backstory than the games, I think, too, which kind of sucks. Alright, how long I come over to give me my starters? Yep, how long have I been doing this? Like 10 minutes now or so? This is the longest game to get your starter. Usually in the games you usually get your starter within like a minute or so. Not this one. This takes a long time. Like, I'm trying to pick off the top of my head the ones that might be the longest afterwards. Like maybe damn it, won't come to my head. There was one I was thinking of, but now it won't come to my head. But usually you get your stars within the first 2 minutes of the game. This one's like 10 minutes. Even with the speeding up, it's taking quite a while. Alright, time to pick my starter. So, of course, there's only one star. I've played all the starters. However, I've never done a game as one starter here that I've never used as myself yet. And that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use Rowlet. I have yet to use Rowlet as myself, and that's going to finally come to an end here. Oh, I love this cutscene too right here. They need to do this again. This is just so adorable. I like how Lily looks stunned. Oh, that cutscene, I love it so much. I really hope they do that cutscene again. It's just so cool. And there we go. Got my starter. Can't wait to finally use Roleplays myself. I'm not going to do nicknames once again in this series. I haven't done nicknames in this series since, my X playthrough. It's been almost a year. I should do them again, but I don't feel like it right now. Oh yeah, I am doing nicknames. That's right, I'm doing a Shield fake Nuzlocke emulating off screen. Since after I finished my sword playthrough. That's right, I'm doing nicknames on that. But in terms of YouTube series, I haven't done nicknames since I finished my X playthrough. Yeah, thank you, Kikui. I don't give a crap about that. But now let's finally check out you, Rowlet. First time using myself. Higher speed for lower special attack. But yeah, you see, the moves, I'm pretty sure there should be up to Gen 8, but I don't know any moves off the top of my head that would be any different. I'm pretty sure all the moves are the same. So yeah, it kind of sucks you have lower special attack, but I think most of your movesets towards physical, so that might be a little bit better. That's quite a lot of HP, though. Alright. So yeah, this is the first time I'm using Rowlet as myself. I remember all the stars I used when I first played the games. As there's good old Hal. It's time to take him on with his weak star that's weak to me. God, I remember back in the first several generations, I was getting annoyed about having a rival pick a star that's super effective against you. I was like, can we have it flip for once? Now, for the last several games, now it's doing the reverse now. Now the rival's taking a star that's weak to you. I want to go back to having a super effective start again. It's getting kind of annoying. Alright, here we go. As he has Poplio. We'll make mince work of you. So yeah, I remember every single star I took in every single game. Of course, yellow was my first game, so that was Pikachu. Japanese red, you're doing water gun first. Japanese red, I believe, is Bulbasaur. Yeah, I think it was Bulbasaur. No, it was Squirtle. Japanese green was Charmander. There we go, easy. Of course, yellow, like I said, Pikachu. I don't think you're gonna get the. Oh, you did get the level up. Oh, it's right. I think literally fluctuates at the start, where some levels will be more, some will be less at the start before it finally becomes more later on. It goes all over the place, steadily going up. But yeah, red was Bulbasaur, blue was Squirtle. Gold, if the oldest game I remember playing on Gold was Cyndaquil, silver was Chikorita, crystal was Totodile, ruby was Trico, sapphire was... No, ruby was Mudkip, I mean to say. Sapphire was Torchic. I'm an idiot. Fire red was Bulbasaur. Actually, I'm torn between... Because I played a physical Fire Red and an off-screen Fire Red on an emulator about the same time in summer 2011. The physical one I did Bulbasaur, but the emulator I did Charmander, so I can't remember which one was first. Because they were like very similar times with each other. Leaf green was Squirtle. Emerald was Trico, which I still have on my GameCube memory card. Diamond was Chimchar. Pearl was Trico. Turtwig, there we go. As Lily's Pout's always funny. Platinum was Piplup. Heart Gold was Cyndaquil. Soul Silver, Chikorita. Black was Snivy. White was Tepig. Black 2 was Oshawott. White 2 was Snivy. X, Fennekin. Y, Froakie. Omega Ruby, of course, Mudkip. Alpha Sapphire, Torchic to represent... To make my reference to when I first did Ruby and Sapphire. Sun, of course, when I did my play for this when it came out in 2016, I did Litten because I am a cat lover. And, of course, now Moon, I'm doing Rowlet the first time as myself. So that's nice. Ultra Sun, I did Poplio. And I have no, Ultra Sun, I didn't play as myself yet. But Ultra Moon, I did Poplio, which is the first time I used Poplio. So one day soon, I'm going to do Ultra Sun. I don't know if I'm going to do it for a YouTube series or not, because I'm not going to do Ultra Sun YouTube series anytime soon since I'm doing this right now. So it's going to probably be sometime in several years down the road before I do that again. So I don't know what I'm going to do for that starter. Because I did use Litten when I did the last game on my plates Moon. I'm sun off screen back in 2020. So maybe it'd be time to do Pablio again. But then, of course, Sword, I did, Sobble, when I did my playthrough. And Shield, I did, Score Bunny. And, of course, I haven't done a game as myself yet on Brilliant Diamond. Shine Pearl, I did Chimchar. And, of course, I think I mentioned before, I got Scarlet and Violet. My parents got me Violet for Christmas, unfortunately. And I got used Scarlet soon afterwards. Violet I did first. I took, Sprigatito. God damn, I can't get its name right again, because it's been a while since I played it. And on Scarlet, I did, Quaxley. So if I ever do a Scarlet or Violet playthrough, I'm going to do Fuecoco for that. Alright, now of course gotta do the obligatory cutscene to show me how to catch Pokemon, even though I've been playing this game since 1999, I know how to do it. And those are 2 Pokemon. Oh no, I actually have I think it was Rockruff in my Violet game I'm using. So I have used that recently. And my Shield game too off screen. I have Rockruff on that too, so I'm using Rockruff 2 times recently, so I don't think I'm going to use Rockruff in this series. But Picky Peck I have not used in a while. So I might have you on the team though, which of course is available up here. I can get Leddyba, Yungoos, and Caterpie. Caterpie I used recently when I did Sword, so I don't think I want to get that again. Leddyba, I just used one in my Y game that's very strong, so I don't know if I want that. I'm going to have a tough decision coming up on the first Pokemon I'm going to get. Alright, so there we go. Got my 10 Pokeballs. Yay. And thank you for the 5 potions. Thank you once again. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up here, though, is I got to go off screen and edit the save file to give myself infinite rare candies. That way, as soon as I catch Pokemon in the next episode, I can get them right up to the levels needed to continue on the series. Because I don't want to spend like a whole episode grinding up and all that. Alright, so I hope it's going to wrap up here. I hope you all enjoy the upcoming Pokemon Moon playthrough just like I am. So see you all next time.